We have potentially extreme flash flooding for the Los Angeles and surrounding areas today. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. It's November 14th, 2025, and we have a lot to talk about. The Weather Prediction Center has upgraded today's flash flood risk to a moderate risk for today and tomorrow, mostly because the heaviest amount of rainfall is going to happen this evening, tonight, and even tomorrow morning and afternoon. As of this morning, those in the Los Angeles area probably already saw some moderate to heavy rain. And so for this afternoon until about 4 p.m. Pacific time, y'all may see a break and maybe only see an isolated shower or two. But once it hits around 4 p.m. Pacific time, there's going to be more and more frequency of these showers. And so throughout the evening and into tonight, things are just going to get a little bit more worse. There's going to be more showers, more heavier rain, even by 8 p.m. and then worse around 1 to 2 a.m. Pacific time. And so once it hits beyond midnight, you guys can expect consistent heavy rain all the way through until the tomorrow afternoon. So those in the Los Angeles and surrounding areas, for the total amount of rainfall for the next 24 hours, you guys can expect some places to see 4 to 6 inches. Isolated places could see upwards up to 8 inches, especially along the mountain ranges. So the biggest concern today is going to be flash flooding. One, because it's very urban, which has a hard time handling large amounts of water. But two, these mountain ranges have seen a lot of fires in the past year. And with the recent burn scars, because there's barely any vegetation or any vegetation at all, the soil is going to have a hard time retaining that water. And so it's just going to run off as if it's concrete. So landslides are very much a possibility today, especially if you live on or adjacent to a mountain. So why this is all happening? We have to look at 500 millibars or midway to the troposphere. Looking at this trough that we've been seeing in the Pacific Northwest, we actually have a cutoff low, which essentially means this upper level low pressure is being cut off from the main jet stream. And this is a problem because whenever a cutoff low happens, it somewhat stays stationary. And this upper level low pressure, right now, the axis of the base is leaning to the west, which is what we call a positively tilted trough, but will quickly start moving into a negatively tilted trough, or its base of its axis starts moving to the east. And a negatively tilted trough means more severe weather for 4 reasons. One, because of the alignment of the trough, the winds go from west to southwesterly, which produces more vorticity or more spin, which is going to help with the upward motion. 2, we're going to have a lot of cold air aloft, and essentially that's going to do 2 things. One, increase the wind speed aloft, but also any rising air parcels, it's going to make it easier for it to rise. 3, with those increased wind speeds, it's going to help increase the shear, which is going to tilt those updrafts and prolong the storms. And at the surface, we're going to have a very matured low pressure, which essentially is going to help with the surface upward motion. And with this low pressure off the coast of Los Angeles, it's definitely having higher sea surface temperatures than something like northern or central California. And so with low pressures being counterclockwise flow, it's bringing some westerly to southwesterly flow, bringing in a lot of moisture from the southern part of the Pacific into the LA area. And with the winds coming onshore onto the mountain, it's causing orographic lift, or winds going upwards with the mountain, which is helping produce those storms, especially along the mountain ranges.